up, beautiful people, and happy holidays to you. Today, we're going to be making some awesome side dishes for Thanksgiving. Today, we're going to be making cornbread, but not just any cornbread, y'all. We're going to be doing a skillet pumpkin cornbread. So if I was you guys, I would just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Let's go. So, when making cornbread from scratch, it's important to mix the wet ingredients separate from the dry ingredients. And that's what we're going to do right now. And then I have my bowl separated, and then I'm going to combine the bowl together, and we're going to put this cornbread in the cast iron skillet and throw it in the oven and let the oven do all the work. So first, I have 1.5 cups of cornmeal. I have a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. Then I just have a teaspoon of salt. I also have a teaspoon of nutmeg and a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then I have baking powder, 1 tablespoon, and baking soda, 1 teaspoon. What I'm gonna do with all that is whisk it together, all right? And these are the dry ingredients that we are going to mix. Gonna set this aside and start the wet ingredients. So here I have 1 egg. Here I have 1 cup of buttermilk, okay? I have a 1/4 cup of melted unsalted butter. I have a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And this right here is the kicker. This is pumpkin puree. You can find it at your local supermarket in a can. You can make it yourself. This is 1 cup of pumpkin puree. And what I'm gonna do is mix these ingredients together, and then I'm gonna combine it with my dry ingredients. Alright, so we have our dry ingredients and our wet ingredients, and then we're gonna combine the two. This cornbread gonna be fine. Alright, so what I do now is just slowly add the wet to the dry. And we're just gonna mix this up. And if you guys can smell this right now, the pumpkin, the spices, the nutmeg, the cinnamon, it smells so good already, man. And this is cornbread from scratch. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Once I get this well combined, stay around, because what we're gonna do next is put this baby in a cast iron skillet and let the cast iron skillet do all the work. Alright, so I told you guys it's going in the cast iron skillet. Right here I have miniature cast iron skillets. And the reason I have that is everybody can have their own cornbread. You know everybody be fighting over cornbread all the time. This way you can have your own cornbread. Alright, so you gotta make sure the cast iron skillet is oiled, like generously oiled, okay? That's just olive oil I have right there. And then you just put a little bit of this cornbread mix in the cast iron skillet, right? Just like that. Man, I remember growing up when I was a little boy. I know y'all hear me talk about my grandma all the time, but she always cooked her cornbread in a cast iron skillet. And I would love to eat just cornbread from my grandma. And then she wouldn't even cook meat sometimes. She would make like cornbread, butter beans, and rice. And man, I throw some hot sauce on the butter beans and dip it in that cornbread. You talking about straight fire? Woo! So now I can't eat cornbread unless it comes out of cast iron skillet. Alright, so I got that in there real good, okay? Now, what I have here is just some simple brown sugar. And I'm just gonna sprinkle on the top right there, just to give it a little bit more love, just to get a little bit more kick. Now, what you do with this, people, you put this in the oven, 375 degrees for 25 minutes, all right? After 25 minutes, you pull it out of the oven, and we're gonna tell y'all what to do next. Don't go anywhere. Hey man, this holiday season, when you guys are seasoning your collard greens and your fatback and your turkeys and your chitlins, this is the seasoning you should use. Grandma's hand seasoning. Man, I put this on almost everything. You go to www.grandmashandseasonings.com and get yourself a couple bottles. Buy some for somebody else. I promise you, this stuff right here, this right here, is straight fire. Grandma's hands. I cannot eat without it. And I'm not just telling you guys this. This is some good stuff. In my next upcoming videos, you're gonna see several different ways you can use this grandma hands, alright? Hey, 25 minutes are up. It's time to eat some cornbread. Y'all see these bad babies? Oh yeah. We ain't done yet. We ain't done yet. Alright, so we got our cornbread out of the oven. And y'all know it's that pumpkin skillet cornbread. And what I'm gonna do now is hit it with another layer of flavor. Because y'all know I'm all about building flavors. That's what we do on MKCJ Food Channel. Alright, so what I have here is unsalted butter. And I let it get soft for room temperature. And then I'm gonna add honey. And you can add as much honey as you want and use as much butter as you want. We're making honey butter. So it depends on you how much honey to butter ratio you want. Alright? Now, what I'm gonna do is mush this around real good. Alright? What y'all think? Some more honey? Yeah, why not? Some more honey. Add some more honey to that. And it's totally up to y'all how much honey and butter y'all want to use. Okay? Now, what we're gonna do right now while this is nice and hot is to spread that over that bad baby just like that. Man, you think this ain't gonna be a hit for Thanksgiving? They gonna think they eating dessert and all they got is a side dish. Alright? So you just let that sit there like that. Look how awesome that looks, man. Looks like a dessert, but it's cornbread. Alright? And the same thing over here. Be generous with it because you want it to seep down the edge of that iron skillet into that skillet. And you know what that cast iron skillet does? Creates a nice crust on the outside and make people say, what was that you put in that cornbread? Say MKCJ had me put some pumpkin in that thing, baby. Alright, so we got a nice glaze over here like that there. And what we're gonna do is let that sit for a couple minutes, let it cool down, and then we can sit back and enjoy some pumpkin skillet cornbread. Hey guys, check out my website, www.masterkingchefjerod.com. Subscribe to my website. It's only $2.29 a month. I got a lot of people already subscribed and they've been getting wonderful recipes that you guys can use. And trust me, those recipes will be a hit. People tell me all the time. We're gonna let this cool down and then we're gonna cut into it and we're gonna taste this cornbread. Don't go anywhere. Man, now it is time for the moment of truth. Alright, so it's rested for a little bit. Now we're just gonna cut into this cornbread. Man, it's so moist, guys. Man, look how moist and dense that is. Doesn't that look good? You see that steam? Ooh, I bet you can jump, wish you could jump through that screen right there. I gotta take a little bite of this. Oh boy, it's so hot. Oh God. That is cornbread at its finest. It's so dense, so packed with flavor. That pumpkin takes the cornbread to a whole nother level. That cinnamon, and then the kicker is that honey butter. I am talking about flavor on top of flavor on top of flavor. You guys already know. That is fire right there. That is straight fire. As a matter of fact, you put this cornbread with my seafood mac and cheese and my fried chicken for Thanksgiving, top of that turkey you guys are gonna see later on in the week, you got a Thanksgiving feast. Hey guys, always keep God first in your life and everything will fall into place. Thank you guys for watching. God bless and happy holidays.